Postman came, and guess what was in the mail? A Fashom box. I haven't gotten Fashom in a little bit, and I had a little bit of credit on my account. They sent me an email and asked if I would consider getting another box. I said, yeah, why the heck not? I'll take it. Now, if you don't know, Fashom is a little bit like Stitch Fix or Trunk Club. They're a styling service. They curate a box of clothing for you based on a style profile you give them. And one thing Fashom does that's a little bit different than some of them is the stylist will pick 7 items for you to look at, and then you pick the 5 out of those 7 you want them to send. Ooh, the colors do look kind of nice. There's some green in there, that's good. I did ask primarily for tops, and I did said I could use a pair of summer jeans. All right. I also asked for a little bit of shoulder detail on some items, and I saw this, and I had reservations because it's a V-neck. She said in her note she avoided V-necks, but that is very clearly a V-neck. It does have this little lace detail with buttons on the sleeve. I love the color. I like the sleeves. The only thing I don't like on it is the V-neck. This is cute. I'm not normally a pink person, but this is my iPad always skews cool. This is a little bit of a corally pink, and I think on the iPad it might be looking more of a hot pink. And it's got, I love these little flowers. It's got little roses on it. They're sort of golden with red and brown edges. It's got that crew neck I like. And in the back, that is adorable. There's little buttons going down the back. I like this. I love this kind of sleeve, this little rolled sleeve that's also sort of, I don't know what you call this kind of sleeve. It just kind of cuts off like that. What is the name of that? Tell me in the description. As I said, I'm not normally a pink, but I think this shade I might be able to get away with. This is mixed material. This is t-shirt material here, and this feels like a polyester on top. This is the one, I almost picked a different one other than this. Because this looks like it has a tie. It does. A tie in the back of the neck, and I am not wild about that. And this, at least on the preview, I like the colors. This is navy with all different colors in it. Color's not bad at all, but it's a V-neck. Ooh, this looks nicer in person than it did on the preview. Now, it looked to me on the preview like it was gathered. But what it is it has a tie. So you can kind of tie it around and gather it yourself. I'm going to play with that. It is an off-white, and on camera this is looking bright white to me, but it is more of a cream or an off-white with kind of a peachy color to it. The last thing is, this is by Sound Style New York, size 12, Jamie Skinny Jeans. All right. The rise on this looks a little low. I do say on my note I only want high rise. We'll see how that works. That's an olive, which I like olive. Obviously, if you see me, I wear a lot of olive. I'll be back. This first top is the Exquiss Paris wrap top. It's not really a wrap top. There's a little bit of like a keyhole here, but it stays shut. What it has, it just has a tie here. It's not really a wrap. There's material under there. And so you tie it. First of all, I think it's really flattering, except for none of the material lines up, all right? Because this is just, okay, you see the whole stripe under there. You could actually take this whole thing off and just have a top. And then this piece doesn't, like the stripe's here, and then it's here in the armpit. Now I'm also wearing the jeans, which are not as high rise as I like. They come up just below, my belly button's here, and they come to about here. They come just below the belly button, which is lower than I like because I'm prone to muffin top. I'll try them with a few other items and see how they do. The length is perfect for me. Even though they're skinny, they don't cause too much trouble up here or back here. So these are contenders, and olive's my neutral. I love olive. Okay, this is that top that was V-neck with what I thought was a tie back. The V actually is not very deep, so I could wear this. I just don't like to show anything, and most V-necks on me just go down too far. But this is really weird. I'm going to stand up. I'm going to turn around to show you the back. Here's the top. Doesn't look bad. I had to kind of shove my bra straps to the side. It's not very bra friendly. Do you see those things? There's 4 pieces of cloth. Here's 1, here's 2. Do I tie them in the back? I tried that first, but there's 4 of them. So I assume they're supposed to somehow interlock, but nothing I do with them seems to work right. I liked that when I undo this, the V's not that deep, although it would be a pain with bra straps. But okay, here's that little t-shirt with a V-neck. I don't know if you can see I have a cami on under it. The cami's gray. It's poking through the top a little bit. The V is just too deep for me. I don't do V-necks. And the shirt overall is just a little too long. Okay, this is my favorite thing in the box so far. It still has a few little issues with it. Polyester on the top, very soft knit material on the bottom. It is very thin. It's not thin in a way that I feel, it doesn't feel cheap. It just means that the t-shirt material shows every line of my jeans. Let me show you. So you'd want to wear this with a flat front item. I think the length is good. I took off my glasses so I can't see my monitor. I think the length is good. What do you think? It feels a little bit, just a little bit tight in the arms, and I think it's mostly because of where the mixed material is stitched together. Okay, wrap up time. It's actually a few days later. I asked Fashom for an extension on my return date because I was trying to make a couple of different items work. I knew there was one item I was definitely getting, and I was really torn on 2 of the others. Now with Fashom, if you keep 3 items, you get a 25% discount. So I really wanted to see if I could make them work, in part so I would get the discount, but also because there were things I liked about those items. So I think Mal's overall, I think she did a very good job with colors for me. I love the colors she sent. I thought the patterns were interesting. And she also sent things I wouldn't have tried on my own necessarily, some of them, and I was really glad for the chance to try them, even though I was frustrated that 2 of the items were V-necks when I almost always will turn down a V-neck item. Let me go over first what I'm definitely not keeping. Okay, I am not keeping this because it's a V-neck, and it's a little bit too big on me. This, I believe, is a medium. I will have the sizes as well as the item names and prices in the description box below. It ran a little big on me, so I might need a medium petite in this particular item. But I really liked the buttons. I like the detail on the shoulder. I love the color. If it was like this instead, I probably would have been more thoughtful about keeping it. But the V is just too deep, and I don't do V-necks. So it's very soft. If you like V-necks, this is an item I would say it's a nice quality, it's a reasonable price. I would say go for it if you're a V-neck person. I know a lot of people will only do V-necks. I'm just not one of those people. The next item is this top, which if the patterns had lined up better on the item, I probably would have kept it. I like the material. It is a polyester. It's a very light, loose polyester. If it had just been the flowers and they hadn't matched up, I probably would have also kept it. Now, this is the item I really considered keeping, even though it is one of those dreaded V-necks. It's by a company called, I've never heard of it, that's probably going to be backwards on the screen, Akoz. Akoz? I don't know. This is the one with the weird funky ties in the back. Let me tell you what I love about this. I love the color and pattern. I think it works really well for me. This is, I don't know if you'll be able to tell, this is a navy, and it's got the greens and the browns and the yellows, and I just thought that looked great. Also, take a look at just how this material falls, how flowy it is. It was figure flattering. It skimmed everything without clinging to everything. It wasn't baggy. It wasn't boxy. That was a real plus. The V-neck is what got me, and it does have ties in the back, and I tried multiple times to figure out how to tie those, and it just didn't work for me. If I tried to tie, this is one of the 2 ties, okay? If I tied it like that, not only did it start to come untied because it's a slippery material, but it made the V in the front look weird. So I was playing with this. This is the reason I asked for the extension, this and the jeans. And I realized that in the back, I don't even know if you can see, the shirt stays on fine if you don't tie it, that you could just have those drop like a decoration on the back. And that actually looked good. What didn't look good with me was just, I couldn't deal with the V-neck. So I tried. I put camis under it. I tried all sorts of things. But I finally decided if I get it, I know because of the V, I'm not going to wear it that often. If you like V-necks, this is a top that I can't tell you how nice this feels on. It feels great. So now to the items I'm keeping. The jeans. All right. These jeans are a very lightweight jean. They're a reasonable price. They were like $34. I forget. It'll be written below. Problem with me with jeans is I am petite framed, but mostly from the waist up. I'm high-waisted and I'm narrow-shouldered. From the waist down, I'm almost a normal size. The problem with that is petite trousers are too short on me just a little bit, and regular trousers are too long, and I am 59 years old, and I have never learned to sew. I really feel like probably a lot of this would be easier if I knew how to sew. The inseam on these is perfect. They fit perfectly on the leg. Where they don't fit well is the waist. They fit on the waist, but this particular cut gives me a terrible muffin top. So I had to play with these too and try to figure out what I actually use these. And that extension really helped because I decided to keep them. They're lightweight, they're great on my legs, and if I just wear a top that's not really form-fitting around my waist, which I probably shouldn't wear form-fitting around my waist anyway, it works fine. You don't notice the muffin top. They're comfy, they stretch out a little bit in the waist, but they didn't stretch out a lot, so they worked for me, so I'm keeping them. And then I knew immediately I was keeping this one. The one drawback to this is this bottom material. This is a mixed material top. The bottom is so thin, you can see my knuckles and fingers through there. You can also see my jeans fly and button and my jeans pockets. I have to wear this with a flat front trouser. And I have a pair of flat front capris that goes really well with this, and it doesn't show anything unflattering. So I tried it on with those capris, and I said, yes, because I love the pattern on this. But you know what? This has the little buttons in the back. I started wearing it in the front. There's no reason you can't other than there's a little tiny tag up here that I can take off. It looks better to me with the buttons in the front, and it feels fine that way. You could wear it either way. I really like it. I am not normally a pink person, but this particular pink, I think close to my face it wouldn't work, but set apart with a color block, it works great. I love this. This actually I had to yank out of the hamper to show you because I wore it. It's been a couple of days since I got my box. I wore it each day. Is that bad? I loved it. So anyway, Miles did a good job with the color. And even though some of those styles were not styles I would wear, it is, you know, getting your boundaries pushed again with the subscription box is not always a bad thing. I think this is a pretty good box. And I don't know if you notice, I'm wearing, those of you that have watched my fashion videos, I got this, I think, last year. This is another one that is just like so basic, but also so pretty. This little top, I wear this all the time. So this is a year old, it's been washed many times, and it's held up really well. So on the whole, though I was pretty disappointed about the V-necks in the box, I am still pretty happy with Fashom. I tend to wear my Fashom clothes a lot, and when I spend on a subscription box, my main criteria is, will I use it? And I've gotten a lot of use out of this stuff. So I'd say overall this box was mostly a thumbs up with a little bit of a thumb sideways because of the V-necks. But anyway, I will have a few other boxes coming soon, and I will see you when I have those. If you want to try Fashom and get the information on it, I will have a referral link in the description box below. If you use that referral link, I know you get some credit toward a box. I forget, I think you get $10 toward a box. And if that's not right, I will correct it in the description box below. So I will see you soon. Bye-bye.